In this video we are going to talk about The Boys on Amazon Prime Homelander origin story. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. According to a very reputable source, the comic writer who worked on Vaught's Victory Comics project, the origin and past of the Boys Homelander are revealed. The legend had access to a wide range of knowledge and was even fed multiple stories in order to construct a narrative for Vaught's prize soups that the general public would enthusiastically accept and believe. In his own words, Vaught wished to offer people soups in the manner in which they want soups to be. The legend himself hasn't made an appearance on the show yet, but there's a significant chance he'll make an appearance in the future as a guest star. And when he does, the information he provides will be priceless. Regardless of the fact that he despises his work, he makes up for it in the comics by serving as an informant for the boys. Whenever they required dirt on the soup, the legend was there to provide it. And it is her that goes into great length about the origins of Homelander with Huey. So, let's get started. Number 10. Out of the World Origin Story. Throughout the comics, Homelander is given a Superman-like origin narrative, in which he appears out of nowhere and lands on Earth as a newborn. His strength was such that he was able to make a crater on the surface as a result of his actions. He is a compassionate and generous extraterrestrial who has decided to stay and assist mankind. Homelander had a more normal upbringing thanks to the show. He is portrayed to be just as ordinary as the rest of us, or at the very least, he is shown to have had an ordinary childhood. Number 9. Nukes to the dynamite. The legend reveals to Huey in the comic that superheroes were not a new concept in their universe, as depicted in the comic. Despite the fact that superheroes had been around since the 1940s, it wasn't until the birth and evolution of Homelander that Vaught discovered the appropriate recipe for creating a powerful and stable soup character. The legend explained to Huey that these people, the Seven, are the nukes to the early soups, dynamite. He went on to say that Vaught considered the Seven to be extraordinary and Homelander himself to be a huge success, to the point that they immediately followed Homelander with the production of Black Noir, Maeve, Jack, The Deep, and Mr. Marathon, all of which were huge hits. Number 8. Killed everyone at birth. The reality about the origin of the universe is far from the Alien Genesis narrative. Homelander, both in the comics and on the program, was raised in a laboratory as a test subject, with little compassion shown to him as a child. Additionally, according to the source material, he assassinated the entire team of doctors and nurses who were there in the hospital room during the moment of his delivery. The way of his birth is repeated once more when his clone son is born to Becca Butcher, this time in a hospital. Number 7. Mother died giving birth to him. Homelander's mother died on the table while giving birth to him, according to the comics. Despite the fact that she was suffering from mental health issues, Vaught took advantage of these and used her as the sacrifice for their little experiment. On the episode, he followed in the footsteps of the other mother figures in the cast. In one instance, he had a doctor whom he admired and accidentally killed by holding her so tightly that he snapped her spine in half. While he had a few other mentors and instructors, everyone was a little terrified of him, and some of them suffered serious injuries as a result of his presence. Number 6. Black Noir is his clone. Given Homelander's unpredictable character, Vaught determined that it would be preferable if they had a contingency or backup plan in place before the show premiered. It was determined that creating a clone with the sole intention of taking over Homelander's function in the case of a scandal would be the most effective approach to accomplish their dual objectives. The fact that this clone was given the cover of a masked soup and put immediately next to Homelander in the Seven was unknown to either he or. Number 5. Chained to a bomb as a child. It would be an understatement to say that Homelander had a unique upbringing. To keep him from doing anything dangerous, he was stashed away in an underground silo in South Dakota and tied to a nuclear weapon to ensure that he didn't do anything stupid. Everyone was scared of how a childish tantrum may end up with their death. The character on the show did not experience anything nearly as traumatic as that happened to him. The projector was set up in front of him, and he was forced to sit there and view generic images such as baseball and the American flag. Number 4. Parody of Captain America. The majority of the prominent superheroes in The Boys are caricatures of a more mature, serious, and popular superhero of a different generation. The Deep is a parody of Aquaman, A-Train is based on The Flash, and Maeve has a lot in common with Wonder Woman in terms of her powers and appearance. Homelander is a spoof of both Captain America and Superman, and it is a parody of both. Number 3. Created by Stormfront. Much in the same way that Black Noir was made from Homelander's genetic material, Homelander himself was created by fusing the genetic material of the Nazi supervillain Stormfront with that of Homelander's genetic material. He was a product of Hitler's desire to have a super soldier at his disposal, which led to the creation of Stormfront himself as an experiment. He was injected with Compound V upon his return from the war and compelled to fight before being transferred back to America, where his genetic material was kept in preparation for future soups. Number 2. Self-control of a teenager. With regard to his creatures, Garth Ennis, the creator and writer of The Boys, has spoken a lot about them over time. According to a 2016 interview, Homelander is nearly exclusively negative in nature. He is essentially just a collection of nasty impulses that are kept in check by his own intelligence, which is sufficient to recognize that he can have anything he wants as long as he does not push his luck too far. Furthermore, it would be preferable if the readers and viewers considered the Homelander to be possessed of all the self-control of a 14-year-old, as he had stated. Number 1. He used to be good. Prior to all of Homelander's power being concentrated in his own brain, he had a genuine desire to accomplish good in the world. Homelander was optimistic and earnest in his desire to help people from the very beginning, while the Seven was still in the process of being created in New York. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.